Are you ready to roll?
Hey, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hey, alright, we back. Alright. Sorry guys, I just had a little audio issue here. Alright, we back. Sorry guys. Sorry ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Hello. It's Tuesday. LJ's up in the house. We got Harley Prince up in the house. No, it's not PUBG tonight. We got something way better, Harley. We got Season 2, Choose Your Weapon. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's back, and it is bigger than ever. It is called Choose Your Weapon Season 2.0 Glitch this season. And we're calling it Glitch because, well, GT7 currently is a little bit of a fail. So we back on GT Sport. We're bringing you Season 2. And I got to tell you, it's a big looking field here this season. We've got returning drivers and we've got new drivers. So that is really going to stir up the pot here today. And I think you're going to recognize some of the new faces here on track as well. But with that being said, our returning champion, second and third place drivers are in the field today. So rock and roll, baby, rock and roll. Jake is back, our current champion. He is defending champion and looking to take a second in a straight year title. Badass, who finished in second place last season, is looking to not allow that to happen. And of course, Spec One, and who finished third last season, also on the hunt for that championship title. But I promise you, there's 12 other drivers in this field that also want those shiny little trophies at the end of the season, ladies and gentlemen. So the battle will be on. We're at Allsash tonight. So the circuit length is 3.3 miles and 5.42 kilometers long. It's an original circuit, tarmac, and it appears in Gran Turismo Sport and Gran Turismo 7. And of course, it's located in France, ladies and gentlemen. The sponsors of the event and the partners are LWR Design, D-Dot Racing, myself, GT45 Gaming, of course. We got GT Omega Racing and Fanatec as the major sponsors here on board. And that's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we said. There is prizes available to all our drivers here tonight, this season for our top threes. And much like last year, the top 7 drivers are also fighting for that all-star position for the Battle of the Pond at the end of the season against the UK division. So lots at stake here this season, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta tell you, the drivers have been practicing hard all week. The trash talk has been flowing, and I think we're gonna see a really great race here tonight. So we're gonna flip over screens. All right, we got of course the information, ladies and gentlemen. So, but the most important stuff: minimum tires for the series are racing softs, and the maximum are racing hards. The maximums are the racing softs. There's no tuning allowed in the series. The cars are all designed with a specific power and weight setting. And all the drivers, of course, I've checked and are on the proper settings, and that is to make all 3 car types very equal. The 3 cars available this season are the GR3 911 Porsche RSR, Alfa Romeo 4C, and the Peugeot RCZ, or Z, depending on where you're watching from. Tire wear will be 6 times, and fuel will be 4 times all season long. No boost. Grid start with false check. All the races. Slipstream is real. Mechanical damage is heavy, meaning drivers have to be on point. Fuel default at 100 liters. There's no driving aids with the exception of TCS and ABS, so traction control is allowed, and ABS is allowed in the series. Grip is real, of course, on the racetrack, and drivers must use the required mandatory tire for a minimum of 1 full lap. So that means they must go all the way around the circuit, start and finish line to start finish line before they can make their pit. The pit window for race 1 this season is after lap 4. So at lap 5, the drivers will then be allowed to take tires and fuel. However, the drivers are allowed to pit for damage ahead of time, ladies and gentlemen. So that is important because we don't want them running around the track if they have make a boo-boo and of course have to go around the track with full damage or something like that for like 4 laps. That would be absolutely terrible. So without further ado, you guys want to see who's driving this season? You guys want to see who's going for those titles? Qualifying's underway right now. These guys have been on track for 5 minutes already, so let's kick you guys over. Let's get with it, shall we? All right. So, bam. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. On current pole position right now in that GR3 911 Porsche is the man himself, Ghost Viper Gaming. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch streamer, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't gone and checked this guy out, go and check him out. Ghost Viper Gaming on all 3 platforms. Seriously legit, good race car driver, awesome content creator, a personal mentor of mine as well when it comes to content creating and sim racing. Absolute honor to have him in the series. So sitting in pole. So already we're seeing some fast times from a new face this season, and potentially going to be putting some pressure on our defending champion Jake here this season. So sitting in second, as you can see here, is our current champion, our defending champion, Jake. And he is now with Apex Racing, ladies and gentlemen. So he jumped over to Apex Racing there right during the season and rocking that Alfa Romeo 4C. So he's currently sitting here in second place. You can see him sitting there with the GVG Jake on his name, as that's how he was racing last season. So that's how he's going to be racing again here this season. But he is a part of the Apex Racing organization, ladies and gentlemen. Moving down the list, third place is Apex Racing's Badass, our second place finisher last season. And he's also in that Alfa Romeo 4C. So currently sitting in third. So you can see some of our returning faces here are doing very well. Moving into fourth place, I skipped fourth place, is our third place finisher last year in Spec 1 from Rockefeller Racing, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to be on the hunt for a championship this season as well. And again, looking quick in fourth place. Returning driver, Sparky Boomman. Now, you guys know Sparky Boomman as Pie Show at the beginning of the season. He went to My Cabbages halfway through the season. He's coming back this season as Sparky Boomman, and he's an independent driver here, and he's opting to run that 911 RSR as well. Self-made livery there, looking fantastic. And he had a good showing last season as well. He's going to be a guy to watch out for this season. We got Betcher, who's also a member of the Apex Racing organization, ladies and gentlemen. And new face this season, Quick Driver. So we got a lot of quick guys in the field here, and he's currently sitting in 6th. We've got returning driver Vegas Paul here, who's driving under the GT45 gaming window here this season, much like he did last season, so much love to Vegas Paul. And he's opting to go with that RCZ. Sitting in 7th place right now as well, ladies and gentlemen, so looking very racy here tonight. Love to see it. Nolander Gaming also in the season, returning this year. And he's opted to go with that Alfa Romeo 4C, so I was really shocked to see that he's not in the Porsche 911, as I know that's his baby. But he's currently sitting here in 8th place as well. We're moving down the field, ladies and gentlemen. We got Apex Superman. He was in the series last season as well. He's going to be looking for a really good showing this season. This guy has been working super hard since last season. Watch out for this guy. He's going to be making some moves. And, of course, he also has joined Apex Racing since last season as well, ladies and gentlemen. So, moving down the field, we have ATB14, a Ghost Viper Gaming community member. He's a fantastic dude, a really great racer. I'm thrilled he's joined the series this season. He missed registration last season and seemed a little disappointed, so we made sure that he got noticed right away, and here he is, sitting 10th currently with that beautiful, beautiful Porsche livery he put together there. And really exciting to see what ATB's got for us here this season, as he's kind of been away from the sim racing racket for a little while, so it's really nice to see him make his comeback for DMJ. 11th place is brand new face, Bandit 1 Zeke. Bandit 1 Zeke is an admin here at GT45 Gaming. He's also driving under the GT45 Gaming window this season. And this is going to be his very first ever competitive racing league. So hands off to Bandit Zeke. He's going to come in, he's going to give it a shot, and he's going to see how it feels and see how much he enjoys the league racing. He was watching last season. He really, really wanted to be a part of it. He had the opportunity this season, and he jumped on it. So I'm really, really excited for Bandit. Interested to see how he's going to do here as well. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, is Heathen. He has also joined Apex Racing. He was not in the series last season. He is a brand new face this season. So with that being said, we have about 8 or 9 returning drivers from last season. Some weren't able to return due to the time of day, because we did switch to day. And some, of course, just opted to are stuck to GT7, or they've moved to a different game. So, going to be a really great series this year. And as you can see, we got about 4.5 minutes left of qualifying here, ladies and gentlemen. So, we're about to get down with it here. And these guys really, really put off an amazing race last season. We did race on Alsace last season. Last season's cars were the Group 4 cars, and they were the Ferrari 488. It was the Lamborghini Huracan, and it was the McLaren 650S. And McLaren proved to be the dominant car in the series last season. So it's gonna be interesting to see what the dominant car is this season, because I gotta tell you, I've tested all 3 of these cars for this race after I've got the series to go just, see how everything is, and these cars are extremely even. It's gonna come down to driver preference on the car and driver skill. So again, gonna be interesting to see. We are missing 3 drivers. One driver was unable to make it this evening. One driver doesn't have the game finished installing yet, so he's not going to be in this round, but he'll be in next week at Spa. And where's our other driver? Who are we missing? We're missing somebody else. All right, I'm not sure who we're missing, to be honest, but yeah, we're missing another one. So 12 drivers in the field here today to start the season. Also great looking field. We just released registration a couple weeks ago here, actually, GT45 Gaming Discord, and I gotta tell you, man, it took about 32 hours, and that was full. That was it. It was full. We even contemplated running a second division. We just didn't find enough drivers, so we're just going to stick with the one division. We'll use a couple reserve drivers through the season like we did last season. And, Kilt Racer's not in. Kilt Racer's unable to be here tonight due to the fact that he doesn't have his internet reconnected after moving. And we see Heathen making a little bit of a mistake there. So let's get up front. Ooh, and Mr. Jake has stealing the pole from Ghost Viper Gaming here. He's up almost 4/10 of a second here on Ghost Viper Gaming currently. So moving to second place here, we got Ghost. Ghost is Ghost can drive, ladies and gentlemen. So there's a lot of solid names in this field. A lot of fast guys in this field. This is going to be a great battle all season long. Spec 1's now moved up into P3. We got Badass up into P4. Sparky in P5 here. Nolander is up in P6. Betcher is in P7. We got Vegas Paul in P8. Superman's up in the P9 there. ATB still sitting solid in P10. We got Bandit sitting in P11 and Heathen sitting in P12. Now, some of the liveries, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to notice don't have DMJ decals and stuff on them yet. A couple of reasons. Just a lack of time of preparation for the drivers. So what I've done is I've given the drivers an extra week to get their liveries sorted. And the second reason is a lot of the decals had disappeared off my profile on GTS because it's been so long since I've played that I had to actually repost all the requirements for the drivers so that they could put them on their cars. So partially my fault, partially just a short amount of time to get prepared. So we are given a little bit of leeway here on our drivers this week to on the livery front so they can have time to tweak and perfect and make them beautiful. And of course we'll provide feedback for the ones that are done on track and make sure that everything's popping and looking great. 1.5 minutes left. We're on our final laps here. All the rules apply here, ladies and gentlemen, much as last season. Clean racing and racing etiquette, of course, here at DMJ Vroom is absolutely key and important here. And I got to tell you, these guys last season really put up a super high standard for racing here in North America for DMJ, and I expect it won't be any different this season, you guys. These guys have been working hard for about 10 days already, getting ready for this race. So the guys are ready, they're prepared, and they're excited, man. The chat's hopping. The chat is absolutely bopping. So there is going to be podium interviews as well, ladies and gentlemen, afterwards. So don't run away. We always have the podium interviews at the end of the races, as we love you guys to hear what the drivers have to say. They love to talk to the fans that are out watching. We're just going to catch up on some alerts here real quick. We have a minute. We have Harley Prince coming in with the thumbs up, Paul coming in with the heart, Nolander coming in with the thumbs up, who's streaming over on Facebook at Nolander Gaming, little ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Tim Connolly up in the chat. This is DMJ Season 2. Choice of weapon on GTS, Tim. Ian coming in with the heart and the share. Vic coming in with that thumbs up as well. Much love, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, these are family-friendly broadcasts as well. GT45 Gaming and DMJ Vroom very strongly believe in having a good family-friendly broadcast here for the series in North America. So it is absolutely safe for your kids to come and hang out and watch the race as well. And just have a really good family, wholesome time. Racing is a family event in real life. I strongly believe that it is a family event in real life, and we should treat such as in the esports world as well. So please feel free to allow the kids to sit down and then hang out with you guys and watch the race. We got lots of really big names in the field. Ghost Viper Gaming here in second place. Spec 1's currently sitting in third. Apex is Badass in fourth place. We got Sparky in fifth. Vegas Paul sitting in sixth. He's looking really good this year. He is looking very good this season. Betcher in seventh with Nolander sitting in eighth. Superman is sitting in ninth. We've got ATB in 10th. Bandit currently sitting in 11th. And Heathen sitting in 12th, waiting for that race to kick off. GT Sports Series, Tim. And congratulations on your podium finish at ERA this weekend, my guy. Absolute congratulations, man. Jake is purple again, ladies and gentlemen. This guy is flying. He's sitting there with a 151 flat for the fastest lap on track currently, and he's about to punch that number into the 150s. We haven't seen a 150 put down here yet in the series on this track, so I'm slow. You're not slow. Come on, Nick. That is not the attitude. Nick coming in with that juicy thumbs up as well. Much love, everybody. So we're about getting ready to kick this thing off. 40-minute endurance race here, ladies and gentlemen. Alsace Village. It's getting a little bit late. You can see the headlights are on these cars, so the track is going to be cool, which should allow for some really good grip on the race cars. Joe coming in with that like and that share as well. Good luck, Joe. Have fun out there, my guy. Oh, you guys are killing it out there today. You guys are absolutely lighting it up. So much so it broke my game audio. Just 1 second. There you go. There we go. We've got the game audio back. You guys broke the game audio. You guys are killing it out there tonight. Welcome, everybody. We're super, super excited. It has been a long time since Season 1 of DMJ. I apologize. It's been about 6-7 weeks, so we definitely are excited to see the guys back on track. GT Sport, which means we got live action replays for you guys all season long. Gonna be great stuff. So here we are, guys. Bada bing, bada boom. The grid is set. We're going to take a screenshot of that just in case we need it. And we're waiting for some lights. We got yellow lights right now. You can hear the drivers are getting ready. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's burn them. Let's kick them tires, burn them fires. It's time to go racing. We got yellow, 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 waiting for the greens. Drivers are revving. Oh, long light. Low, and it's green. No false starts. Everybody gets off to a good start here, it looks like. No contact. Fantastic. All right, T1, ladies and gentlemen. We all know T1 is where the magic happens here. So we do have Jake coming through, Ghost Viper coming through, Spec coming through. We got Sparky jumping into 4th with Betcher jumping into 5th. Nolander in 6th. Apex dropping back to 7th, playing it safe there. ATB moving up a couple spots. Superman moving up a couple spots. Great race start by all the drivers. 100% clean through there. Not one driver went off track. Not one driver bumped into another driver. That's what we see here at DMJ, ladies and gentlemen. 100% absolute passion from these drivers. Great respect, great racing, great lines. Beautiful. These guys are on cold tires. There's tire wear in effect here, ladies and gentlemen. So it's very hard to get through T1. 13 cars bearing down on a track, and we have 3 different cars on track. Again, ladies and gentlemen, these are Group 3 Series cars this season, and the guys have the choice between the Alfa Romeo 4C, the Porsche 911 RSR, and the Peugeot RCZ or Z, depending where you're watching from. But Jake very early on in the lead. Ghost Viper very, very close behind here in 2nd place. So let's get on board with Mr. Ghost Viper as he's trying to chase Jake down, and of course, glitch. Spec 1, and you can see Sparky just behind in those Porsches. So, lots of action very early. Oh, Jake's going wide. This could be Ghost's chance. No, Ghost just decides to opt and back off. Let him come back in. Very nice of Ghost Viper to leave our defending champion just come back onto the track like that. Ghost has got a plan. And he is in that Porsche against that 4C, so it's going to be interesting to see how these cars handle the race as the race progresses. Of course, there is going to be pit stops in play. I suspect, based off my own personal practice and testing, that this will be a 2-stop race today, ladies and gentlemen. I could be wrong, but I suspect most drivers will take 2 stops here. We have Spec currently sitting in 3rd place, just about clipping that wall there. Nolander sitting in 5th. Let's go see what we got. Vegas in 6th. Superman has moved up into 7th, so he's made up some positions. Badass dropped down a little bit here. Not sure if he is just taking it easy here and got a plan. Ooh, we got Heathen and Bandit coming in. Bandit going for the move. Is he going to get it done? Bandit's first move attempt here in the racing series. Is he going to get the job done? That was a great job by these 2 drivers right there, ladies and gentlemen. We're actually going to mark that. And Heathen does just edge Bandit out, but Bandit's going to dive back in there. He is getting some tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He's looking fantastic. Wow. Again, a rookie driver here this season, ladies and gentlemen. Currently, as you can see with the rookie stripe on the back of his car there, just to let the guys know that he's new to the series. And he's looking pretty darn good here very early on in the race, guys. He made a little mistake. He got into the grass there. Ooh, really unfortunate there for Bandit. But let's go take a peek. Oh, we need to go further back. We need to go further back. So let's take a look at that little battle. That was a battle for 9th and 10th place by rookie driver Bandit and new driver, new to the series this season, Heathen. So coming into T1, Bandit coming in with a beautiful inside line there. Heathen held a great middle line there. Lots of respect from the 2 drivers here. Heathen knows he's got ahead, so he opts to go back into that racing line, and Bandit's like, I'm going to try and go again. He backed out there. He wasn't 100% sure if he was going to hold that. So you actually seen Bandit back out there and then battle back on. He got right back on the back end of that Porsche and he's having a good battle there. That's a really great job by Bandit and Heathen there. And unfortunately for Bandit, he just got a little too tight into the wall here. Caught the edge of that grass and it just pulled him in. Well, I'm not sure if he has damage or not, but we got a battle for the lead here currently as well as Ghost Viper is now moving side by side here with Jake. And Spec 1 is licking his chops back there in 3rd as he's watching this battle unfold in front of him here. And Jake is now currently sitting in 2nd place, so we're going to mark that and see if we can catch that move. Because I was currently still in replay. No, so Ghost did get him coming out of the hairpin there. We see Jake getting a little bit sideways there as well. And then Spec and Sparky Boomman are all over it. So these guys aren't messing around tonight. So Ghost Viper 26 in the early lead here. We're on lap 3 with about 35 minutes remaining. These drivers are not allowed to pit for tires for another lap yet. So these guys still got to continue to go around. You see Jake, they're really pushing right now to keep Spec 1 off of getting around him there and now trying to regain on Ghost Viper. So Jake already is under some serious pressure by some of these drivers very early on in the round 1 of a very arduous 10-round season. So this is a 10-week season, ladies and gentlemen. So These guys are racing like this is for the championship here already tonight, and it's looking really good here. So we got Sparky sitting in 4th place, and he's just chilling back there. You know, he's just in behind these guys. He's just in that slipstream, and he's not really forcing anything right now. He's just taking care of his car. He's taking care of his tires. Nolander in that 4C all the way up into P5, and Nolander is going to be a guy to look out for this season. Nolander's pace has incredibly picked up since last season, and looks like he's on very similar strategies as the rest of the drivers as well. Nolander was on very odd strategies last season, and that hurt him in some of these races. And this season, it looked like he's opting to take the better strategy here. So let's see what Nolander's got this season. He's definitely got it in him. We got Vegas Ball here also having a fantastic race, currently sitting in 6th place. Badass is now moved up into P7, so he's got around Superman, and he's on his way here. We keep hitting the wrong buttons. We're not used to having keyboards, chat. Superman here in 8th place. You see him getting a little bit wide there, so Heathen is starting to close up on Superman here. And both those Porsches are getting really close together, so we're seeing a fairly dominated race here by Porsche tonight. A lot of the drivers really opting for the Porsche 911 RSR, and Heathen's going to go for the move on the inside on Superman. Is he going to get that done? He does get that done. Is Superman going to respond here? We're going to keep our eye on this. We got it marked. We'll get back to that replay in a second, ladies and gentlemen. There is battles going on all over this racetrack, and Superman is going to try and respond here. He's going to take inside. A little bit of contact there. Heathen just getting a little bit wide there. And Superman's actually going to give that spot back up, ladies and gentlemen. So, first off, much respect to Superman there, realizing that he made a mistake there. He pushed Heathen a little bit wide, and he did slow down there to give Heathen the spot back for about a half second and then race on. So, good job there. That's what we love to see here at DMJ, ladies and gentlemen. ATB holding very solid here in 10th place. Bandit still hanging out here in P11. And we got Mr. Betcher in P12. He's a quick driver, so he must have made a mistake somewhere along the way here. But we should expect to see him start moving up the field as well. So we are 8 minutes into this race almost, ladies and gentlemen, and there's been a lot happening here. We got Ghost Viper now starting to see some pressure from Jake in that Alpha. Spec still just sitting right there behind these two, just going, yeah, okay, guys, let's battle a little bit more, would you? And we got the Beavis and Butthead on the back of the car. I'm a big Beavis and Butthead fan. So that makes me smile. That makes me smile. Sparky Boom Man here in that Porsche as well, and I think that's probably one of his very first liveries he's actually designed for himself, and he did a very good job on that. It's very clean, it's very simple, it's to the point, and looks good. All the sponsors are on the car. Nolander here in 5th place, and Vegas Paul is not leaving Nolander alone. I'm not sure if these two are really battling right now. Is it more than they are trying maybe to work together to catch up to Sparky and Spec in that lead pack there? As you can see, they are starting to slightly lose that pack up there a little bit. Badass here, currently 3 seconds behind those two guys as well. But Badass is a quick driver. He might just be playing strategy here currently on the racetrack. Heathen is sitting in 8th place here now, as we've seen him and Superman had a really great battle back there, which we will get to in a minute here, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to move down the field here. We're going to go take a little peek at ATB here. ATB has a really gorgeous looking race car there. That is a very well done livery by ATB. All the cars are looking really good on track here today. Got Bandit here in a Peugeot RCZ. And he's doing really good. He's looking like he's having a really good, fairly good, solid race here right now. He's only 7 seconds behind 10th place currently. And again, this is his very first competitive racing league here ever, period, in sim racing, whether it be Gran Turismo or ACC or iRacing or we got a little bit wide there, but he did a great job of controlling it. And I got to tell you, Bandit has been working really hard all week long to get ready for this race. So I'm just glad that he's out there, and he looks like he's having a pretty good race. So great job by Bandit there. And then we got Betcher, who's a new driver in the series, but he's definitely not a rookie. And you can actually see Betcher here. He's going to make that move on Bandit. He's going to take that inside line. Bandit is going to give him the room there. And Betcher just goes right on through on the inside. So nice move there by Betcher on Bandit. Bandit, great respect there, and making sure he left room on the driver. He left him plenty of room there. So great job by Bandit there as well. Whoa, under braking. Woo! That was a little bit close. Betcher did see Bandit miss his braking point, and he slowed down enough for Bandit just to slip on past him. That was a really close call, chat. We got to go check that out again. I'm sorry. So Bandit just, again, a new driver. He didn't consider overspeed there, so he was in behind Betcher. And, are you gonna let me see it? No, they're not gonna let us see it apparently. And he came into the corner with a little bit of overspeed from the slipstream and just didn't compensate for it and missed a braking point by just a little tiny bit. So, great job by both those drivers to get through there safely. And you can see Spec now starting to put the pressure on GVG Jake here. So we're gonna jump on hood view here. And watch this little battle as it unfolds here. Looking like Sparky's fallen off this lead pack a little bit, so the top 3 drivers have broke free from the rest of the pack. And he Spec's a very strategic race car driver as well, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen it a lot last season, where you'd see him just stay close enough, just be where he needs to be, and then when he's ready to push, he starts pushing. So this could be much of what we're expecting to see here. I kind of thought this might be a 2-stop race, but I could be wrong here. Some of these drivers might be opting to go for that 1-stop strategy here. So Ghost Viper has broken the slipstream from Jake and Spec 1 in behind him here. He has about a 1.2 second lead currently on these two guys, and he's looking pretty solid here, very early on in round 1 here at Alsace. So Ghost Viper Gaming going to be the guy to beat this season. He very well could be, ladies and gentlemen. We many of us know who he is. So we do see Spec diving into pit lane here. So Spec opting to take a pit stop here. So that will give Sparky 3rd place. That's going to give Nolander 4th, and you can just see, how close these drivers are. So Spec has come back out in 5th place here. So that was a very quick pit stop. Potentially some damage there? I'm not sure. The reason why we're not showing you guys the tires and the fuel, ladies and gentlemen, is because it's a fair play thing. We just don't want any of the other drivers to be able to know what their opponents have for tires or what their strategy is. So we just don't display that on the stream, just to avoid the possibility that could happen. Now, with that being said, this group of drivers, it would absolutely floor me if something like that were to ever occur. But just because of who this group is, I can 110% guarantee you that would never be the case. But nonetheless, we do that for all the commentary and all the leagues that we do commentate for, and I think that's just fair play. Fair play is a beautiful thing. We will show that to you guys near the end of the race. When there's just a couple of laps left, we will show you guys the tire and fuel situation for all the drivers. We just won't verbally speak it for you guys. We'll let you take a look for yourselves. So Betcher now moving up into P10, so he's gotten around ATB here as well, who's now currently sitting in P11. And Bandit is currently sitting in P12 here, a little bit off the pace, but he's doing a pretty good job here. So he's putting in his time, he's putting his laps, he's getting that very, very valuable experience. So we got Ghost Viper Gaming coming into pit lane. We see GV Jake also coming into pit lane here as well. And so that's going to give Sparky the race lead here now. And you can see there's a pretty quick pit stops here today at Alsace, ladies and gentlemen. These guys come into pit lane and are immediately in pits, and that was about a 17 second stop there. So very short, very short stops here at Alsace Village. So you're not losing a ton of time here if you do need to make that stop at least. And it makes for really good racing with short pit stops. So we do have Sparky in 1st place. We got Spec now up into P2. As we've seen him go for a little bit of an undercut there. Paul has now moved up into P3. Ghost Viper has come out in P4 with GVG Jake right behind. In P5, Heathen has now moved up into P6. Superman has moved up into P7. Nolander is going to take a look here. Egon coming in with that thumbs up. Much love, Egon. How you doing, brother? And it looks like Nolander got the job done there, so let's go take a look at that. As you can see, Badass just back off these guys. Oh, Superman actually got a little bit wide there as Nolander was on the inside line, so actually it made it quite easy for Nolander, but Nolander was stuck on the outside coming into this next sector here, but he got around before the sector came, so great job there by Nolander to take advantage of a little bit of a mistake by Superman and gain a position there. So, and now we see Badass is also taking a look here on Superman, so Superman could potentially be on older tires here currently. And Badass is also going to get the job done there. So let's take a little peeksies. My money is on Jake, says Egon. My money's on Jake, says Egon. Now Egon was a part of the series last season, so Jake Egon knows a lot of these drivers quite well, and he's got a pretty good, safe, educated guess there on who he knows has a really good shot at winning this race. Betcher in 10th place. I'm a little bit surprised that Betcher is back in P10 here, actually. He's a quick driver. He's a quick driver. We got ATB sitting in P11 and Bandit Zeke rounding out our field today. We are missing 3 of our drivers here this round due to various reasons, but you know, it happens. So Spec is now in the race lead as Sparky has made his pit stop as well. So Spec 1 now currently leading the race here in his Porsche 911 RSR. So the trick is now. These drivers will most likely make one more stop. And the trick for Spec at this point now is to lose the guys in second and third place. Ideally, you'd love to open up, you know, a 10, 12, 15 second gap on those guys and potentially come back out ahead of them after he makes his next set of stops. If that's what's going to be going through my mind if I'm sitting in Spec's position currently. I need to try and open this gap up while I have the chance. Now, the guys behind are on one lap newer tires, but we don't know what tire compounds they've chosen. So, all that also playing into the strategy. And Jake is just the second behind Ghost Viper here. So, Jake very early on here, chasing a couple of the drivers here in round 1 of Season 2 of DMJ. Choose your weapon. Glitch 2.0. Ooh, Glitch 2.0, you say? What's that about? Well, since GT7's not quite working properly yet after release, this is still a fairly fresh game. It's just got some bugs and glitches going on in the multiplayer side of the game. We've opted to run Season 2 here on GT Sport and give GT7 a little more time to sort these things out so that we can move over to the brand new game, of course, that was released just a few months ago. So the Glitch 2.0 is exactly for that reason. We had to remodel the series and just move it over to back to the old platform. So Heathen here up into P4. Heathen has not stopped yet, I don't think. I believe he's one of the very few drivers that has left to make a pit stop here. You see Sparky is closing on him, and you see Heathen defended a little bit there. So Sparky having to lay back, but Heathen did opt to go into pit lane there. So now we got a 3-way battle brewing for 4th place here between Sparky, Badass, and Nolander. We're going to mark that because we already had a move by Nolander made on, Badass made on Nolander there. So we see the 4Cs trying to get around that Porsche now. 4Cs tucking in behind each other to work together. And Nolander's just trying to find the fastest line here. Get in behind the faster slipstream car and try to get around the next car. We are going to almost 3 wide there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. We're going to mark that. Whew. They almost made that 3 wide. LSASH always makes for good racing. I don't know what it is about this racetrack, but man, it provides for great racing. And we've been seeing action all over the racetrack all night long. This has been a fantastic race by all the drivers. You know, they ended the season with a bang last season, and man, have they ever started Season 2 off with a bang. This is some fantastic racing by our North American division over here. Whew! These guys are cooking tonight. We loving it. Superman and Betcher here also having a little bit of a battle. Where else we got going on? Got ATB and Bandit here. So all the drivers have settled into their races now. And all drivers looking really good. Stable, very nice, stable lobby. We're going to knock on wood for that one. And guys are looking pretty good out there tonight. They're looking racy. The practice has definitely been paying off. So, I would like to start off by saying thank you to DMJ Vroom, of course, the esports organization providing the series here. And his partners, LWR Design, D-Dot Racing, of course, myself, GT45 Gaming, as a broadcaster and a host of the North American division. And, of course, a massive shout-out to our sponsors here, GT Omega Racing and Fanatec, who are providing the prizes for the series for the drivers that finish in the top 3. We're not just giving away a championship trophy to our first place finisher. We're giving away prizes to our first place, second place, and third place finishers here at DMJ. So there is a plenty to battle for during the series as we're on to a Spec 1, and we're actually going to jump on board with Spec 1 here and do a lap around Alsace with our current race leader, our Rockefeller Racing Spec 1. And I'll talk until we get to the end of the lap, and then we'll let him take over. So, on top of the top 3 drivers getting prizes from the sponsors for the series, the top 7 drivers are still battling for something on top of that. So even the guys that might be out of that top 3 battle near the end of the season, which I suspect is going to be a 4, 5, potentially 6, 7-way battle for those top 3 spots this season, even the guys that might not have a shot at that podium still have a shot at those top 7 positions. And you go, well, why top 7 positions, Ghost? Well, I'll let you guys know why. It's quite simple. We have an all-star race at the end of the season. So what we've done last season was I got together with D-Dot Racing, who's the commentator over on the United Kingdom side of DMJ, who does all the events over there. And we came up with an idea to put the top 7 drivers from the North America division and pair them up against the Choose Your Weapon UK top 7 drivers in the standings based off the season's end and put them together in a face-off. And what we've called this is the Battle of the Pond. Now, what we do is we pair up 2 races, 2 different cars, and we pit the 2 divisions up against each other. So essentially we have 2 7-man teams working together to try to take as many of those top spots from the other team as possible. And at the end of the 2 races, we have cumulative points. Whichever division has the most points at the end of those 2 races will be king of the pond. Last season, the North American division overtook the UK division. So the North American division will be trying to defend that crown coming to the end of season 2 here. So there is plenty of desire to want to push and continue getting the best finish you can here at DMJ, because we give half the field something to work towards throughout the whole season. So it's a really fantastic series. You guys are going to see it all series long, and I can't wait to see you guys week in and week out here in the chat. These are going to be Tuesday nights, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, every Tuesday for the remaining 9 more weeks. 9 more weeks until we crown a champion. Justin coming in with that big thumbs up. Much love, Justin. We appreciate you. LJ coming in with the thumbs up. Tim Connolly coming in with the thumbs up as well. I apologize if I've missed any alerts, ladies and gentlemen, as of course we're just trying to get you all the action here. So that was basically a full onboard lap with our race leader Spec 1. Got Keisha, you got this, Heathen. Hey, we got some Heathen fans up in the house over on the YouTube channel. We love to see that. Awesome. We love seeing all the fans in here cheering on their favorite drivers, and we got lots of drivers, lots of familiar faces here at DMJ, North American Division. We got the man, the myth, the legend himself, Ghost Viper Gaming, in the series for Season 2. It is an absolute privilege to have him take part in our series here, and he's looking very good as you see him just taking over the race lead as Spec has opted now to go into pit lane. Jake sitting in second place. Spec's just doing his thing there. He's just getting a little fuel in the old carsies. So Badass now moving up into P3. That gives Sparky P4. That gives Nolander P5. That's going to give Vegas Paul P6, 7. Spec came out in P5, ladies and gentlemen. It just didn't update quick enough. We got Superman in P8. ATB currently sitting in P9. Heathen sitting in 10th place. We got Betcher sitting in 11th. And Bandit Zeke currently sitting in 12th place. And I've been watching his time the whole race, and he's only losing maybe about half a second or 3/4 of a second off Heathen here per lap. And Heathen's a pretty quick driver, so Bandit is doing really, really good here for his very first season ever, period, in a sim racing league. So massive shout out to Bandit today. He's doing a fantastic job. He's looking really good out there. Hey, let's go Spec. Vic up in the house. Oh, the fans are coming out in droves tonight. We love to see it. We got fellow Rockefeller Racing teammate in there cheering on Spec 1 there as well, ladies and gentlemen. GVG Jake here. He was representing Apex Racing, ladies and gentlemen. He is a part of Apex Racing. So he is here on behalf of Apex Racing. We have a few drivers from Apex Racing in the series. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't a team series. This is an individual series. And you won't see these guys. You won't see these guys working together to pull away from the rest of the drivers. These guys are racing for that title against each other, and they do that. It's spirited competition within the team, especially because it pushes each other to get faster as well. So I assure you, these guys want that title just as much as the next teammate does. And yeah, this is an individual championship, so you're going to see some familiar teams throughout the series, but don't take that for a team racing event, because this is an absolute individual racing championship series, and you'll see that from these guys all season long, absolutely battling with each other. Sparky here in 4th place, and he's just chilling. He's just really staying calm back there. He's just doing his thing. Spec 1 now in P5 after his second pit stop there of the race. We got Nolander sitting in 6th with Vegas Paul still right there with him. These two have been nose to tail pretty much all race long. Again, not really battling with each other. They're not. They're working together to try and catch the guys ahead. Now, with that being said, we're not opposed to these guys working together either. I mean, that's a part of racing. Slipstreaming, bum drafting, all that stuff is a part of racing. If you're losing time to the car ahead of you, find a buddy, start drafting that guy. You're going to pick that time up on that driver. So we love to see that too. It's all a part of racing. We got Superman here in 8th. There's not a battle brewing there. Those guys are just, they're playing friendly right now. They're just working together. They're trying to catch the guys ahead. And a lot of these drivers realize by battling, you're losing time. Both drivers are losing time as well, right? So a lot of it does come in as strategy on top of it. We got Bandit here sitting in 12th place as well. So Heathen has taken a pit stop. And Bandit's going to opt to go another lap here. So interesting. Hey, I thought if we maybe see him spec on backup pedals. He is on backup pedals. Yes, absolutely. Spec 1 having a pedal failure, unfortunately, this week, and literally going and grabbing his old set of pedals from his storage unit today just so he could be on track. So, much love, appreciate that. I mean, that also goes to show the support for the page, the community, and also DMJ Vroom, ladies and gentlemen. These guys want to race, they want to fight for that championship. And some of these guys will go to the ends of the earth to try to make sure they're on track. And that's a prime example right there, ladies and gentlemen. The dedication from these drivers in this series is just top-notch, bar none. And Spec making a beaut of a move on Sparky Boomman as we talk about Spec. So, taking that P2 from Sparky there. So, let's go take a little peek at that, shall we? So, coming out of that final chicane there, coming up the straight, coming into T1 there, Sparky not defending, and Spec saying, thank you very much, I will take that Apex. And he flew through there too. He was not taking any prisoners there, making sure that Sparky didn't have the counter move coming into the next corner there. So great job by Spec there to pick up P2 from Sparky Boomman, and now moving his way back up the field. This is the man. This is the man everybody's chasing here right now. Is Ghost Viper 26, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a pretty good gap on the field. So that gap could be the ticket. We'll have to see. Spec 1 sitting in P2. Sparky sitting in P3, and our defending champion, GVG Jake, is sitting in P4, so currently sitting off the podium right now, ladies and gentlemen. GVG Jake has some competition this season for sure, as he's seeing that, as these guys are trying to get away from him here. So, our Spec 1 finished 3rd place last season. He's sitting currently 2nd, and Badass, who's currently sitting in 6th place, was our 2nd place finisher last season. And, he's currently sitting in 6th, so we're seeing a little shakeup here at Alsace Village. Now, Alsace Village is a very difficult racetrack, ladies and gentlemen. It's very, very technical. Out of many of the racetracks here on Gran Turismo Sport, this is by far one of the more technical racetracks. It's the drivers basically are never out of 3rd gear on this racetrack, except for potentially the end of the chicane here, and going into that hairpin leading up to this sector. Is about the only time you see these drivers really come out of 3rd gear on this racetrack, so it is definitely a medium to high speed racetrack, but it is very technical. If you get it wrong, it bites. So, here we go. We got 11 minutes remaining. Spec 1 is in the race lead after Ghost Viper did take his pit stop. So, does Spec 1 have the fuel and the tires to push this to the end? GVG Jake now sitting back up into P2. He's about 4 seconds behind Spec 1 currently. And nipping a little bit here and then losing a little bit here. So they're on about the same pace currently. Ghost Viper here, again, he just pit, so he's on fresh rubber. So he's probably going to be the man to look out for out of this battle up front here currently, as he's on some extremely fresh rubber. Vegas Paul is sitting in P4. He's having a fantastic race here tonight. Sparky Boomman sitting in 5th place as well. Losing a couple of positions. May very well be on some older tires there. Apex Badass sitting in P6. I'm a little bit surprised to see he's sitting in P6. Nolander sitting in P7, and Nolander's hungry this season too. I was talking with Nolander, and he's live right now too, ladies and gentlemen, over on Facebook. They're Nolander Gaming. Over on Facebook, go say hi. Go show the man some love. Go check out the race from his point of view. He's having a fantastic race here, so go root him on. We got Betcher now up into P8. ATB's moved his way up into P9 as well. Again, both of these guys are new to DMJ. This is their first season with DMJ here, ATB and Betcher. Superman is returning from last season. He's looking for he's hungry this season too. He's very hungry this season too. Heathen, new face this season as well to DMJ. So first DMJ series for Heathen here as well. And currently sitting in 11th. And first series for Bandit as well, sitting in P12. Alright, so Vegas Paul going into pit lane. There you see him with 9% fuel. And you see him coming in on those soft tires. So we'll have to see if he can make up some ground now on some nice fresh rubber very, very late in the race. We're going to drop all the information for you guys in a few minutes so you guys can take a look at what the drivers are on for tires and see what their fuel situations look like. And then we're going to send this thing across the finish line like these guys do. I almost guarantee there will be a drag race to the finish line somewhere in the field by the end of this race. It just seems to work out that way here with these guys. It's just incredible at how hard these guys really push to win. A very clean race so far. We've only seen one incident on racetrack, and it was just the smallest of taps. And that's it so far tonight that I've seen. We could be wrong. Obviously, we may have missed something, but it's been a very, very clean, efficient race here tonight by all the drivers. And that's what we saw all last season, and that's what we expect to see this season as well, ladies and gentlemen. Good, fast, hard, clean racing. Vegas coming out in P6, only losing a couple spots on the pit there, so not too bad. Again, very short pit delta here at Alsace Villages. Obviously, you literally dive into the pit lane and you're right there at the pit boxes, so ATB has now grabbed another position moving up into P8, so ATB is now on the move and returning to sim racing after a little break here for a while, so really glad to see him here. Again, he wanted to join last season, but he wasn't aware there was a registration for it, and we were just full. We didn't have a spot for him, so we made sure he got noticed this season, and he jumped all over the opportunity to be here on track with these guys, and he's looking really good here tonight as well. Betcher here, also cruising. He is also a member of the Apex Racing organization here on track as well, ladies and gentlemen. Again, some of the guys just liveries, decals weren't there for these guys to put on the car, so some of these guys have to fine-tune their liveries still. So next week you'll see all the glory on all these liveries. Ooh, little mistake there from Bandit. He did a pretty good job there to keep it out of the wall for hard contact. Oh, he is going to spin. Nope. He sees traffic coming, so he's just going to hang tight. Again, these drivers are briefed before each race, so they do know and understand the rules, the flag rules. Great job by Bandit there. He waited till it was safe to re-enter the track and did so there. We're going to stick with Bandit, as obviously he now has some faster traffic coming. And to go into your very first ever league, as a competitive league, sim racing, he's fairly new to sim racing as well, on Alsace Village, and do this well, he should be very, very proud of himself today. This is a very difficult racetrack. It has very heavy tire wear and fuel consumption. You can see he's struggling a little bit here. But again, he's done a very good job of keeping that car out of trouble. Get right back on track. So he's doing a really great job here for his very first race. Huge round of applause for Bandit. Huge round of applause for Bandit, everybody. And Spec, he's that gap is closing. We got 5 minutes remaining. And Jake is pressing. So Jake is on fresher tires by about a lap and a half. So can Spec hold Jake off now at this point, as we don't suspect we're going to see Spec coming back into pit lane. We're not going to see Jake come back into pit lane, and we're not going to see Ghost Viper come back into pit lane, and he is starting to close in too. So we are very, very potentially going to see a very big battle between all three podium finishers here near the end of this race. It is starting to shape up to be a very, very tight race here. We got Anthony coming in with that big thumbs up. Much love, Anthony. How you doing, my man? All the way from Australia, ladies and gentlemen. So Spec 1 holding that race lead. Let's jump on board with Spec here, and this is what he's seeing. All you can see is headlights and Jake in behind here. And then right just off in the distance, you see those little yellow headlights of Ghost Viper just behind Jake. So pressure's starting to mount. Pressure is most certainly starting to mount, ladies and gentlemen. Anthony coming in with the big time share as well. Much love, much love. And Jake is very slowly closing the gap. Now, is Jake just playing possum here and maybe hoping that Spec is going to make a mistake? Or is Spec just got that pace to stay ahead of him right now? Again, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, Spec is on about 1.5 lap older tires than GVG Jake and Ghost Viper behind him. So we'll have to see if Spec can hold these guys off here. We're not going to go anywhere. We have a three-way battle brewing here for the lead. We are sticking with these three drivers here. And we're going to drop the information for you guys right now. Let's let you guys take a look at what's going down. All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to say it, but you guys are more than, of course, take a look, see for yourself. And Jake going to take the move here. He's going to take a look. Spec taking the defensive line there. He blocked that move off. He's seen Jake going for the move there. He took the defensive line there. Great job by Spec. Beautiful defending there by Spec to defend that position. Very long way to go. We got a couple more laps left to go here yet. So he's got to hold these guys off for a couple more laps yet. We got a battle brewing here, folks. We got Jake here. This is the tire wear on Jake. And fuel situation. And Ghost Viper is right there too, ladies and gentlemen. He is closing on these guys. And there's his situation. Oh, we got a lead. Hold on. We got a battle here. We're going to go back. We're going to go back. We got Jake trying to make the move here on Spec. Spec has the inside line coming around here, though. It's going to be a very tough hold for Jake with the tire wear starting to set in here. Jake actually does a really good job. He's going to hold that inside line on Spec, almost making contact there. Spec is not going to let him just take it like that. He is going to make sure he's got this inside line. He's going to push out in front Jake here. Is Jake going to go look for a cutback? Ghost is taking a peek now. What is going to happen here, ladies and gentlemen? Right now, the best thing that can happen for Spec is Jake and Ghost start battling. So, what is going to happen? Oh my goodness, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is we excited. Three-way battle for the lead. 2 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the race. Can Spec hold Jake and Ghost Viper off? Ghost Viper takes a look on the inside. He doesn't have it. Jake covers it off. Spec getting a little bit of a distance here. Just a small amount of breathing room. Just enough for him to be able to breathe right now. Coming into this is vital. This sector is going to be huge for all three of these drivers. If any one of these drivers makes a mistake, it's going to be over. Awesome battle. I agree. Only back on. Nice surprise to see my livery. Hey. It is getting exciting. We got Ghost Viper now battling with Jake here, ladies and gentlemen. Ghost is going to go take a look here. Is he going to try and get this done on the outside? No, he backs out. Spec is just absolutely making sure he's parking that 911 on every single apex. Oh, and Jake gets a little bit squirrely. Ghost is going to get the move here. Is he going to get it done? He's ahead of Jake coming across the line. He does have P2. He does have the inside line. Is he going to hold it here? He is. Ghost is going to get P2 from Jake. So Jake dropping to P3 after that small, very small mistake in the hairpin. Ooh, in the chicane. And now Ghost is trying to chase down Spec. Can Spec hold these two off? Spec has some breathing room. We got just a little under 0.6 of a second currently here. If he can just... Oh, Jake makes a big move. Goes for a big move on Ghost. Ghost cutting him back. Ghost is going to take that back. Say, thank you, mate. Nice try. Jake with a very ambitious move there. He tried to get that done, but Ghost absolutely responding back with a response move back to P2. Whew. Look at these guys go. P1, P2, P3. I mean, we're talking 0.8 of a second to a second between first and third place currently here. And all Ghost can see is Beavis and Butthead staring him in the face on the back of Spec's car right now. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty, ladies and gentlemen. We're about halfway around this circuit. We're on that final lap. Can Spec hold these guys off? We got Battle brewing behind. Ghost Viper and Jake battling for P2 again. This is everything that Spec needs right now. He needs those two guys to battle for him. He needs just a little bit of comfort zone here, and he's been getting it. So, Ghost having to defend from Jake. He can't just give that to Jake. He's forced to defend and also play offense here. We're coming around the final sectors, chat. We got 3 corners. 4, technically 4. 4 corners remaining. 3 corners remaining. Spec, Ghost is pressing. Spec is not going to give him the line. He's like, mate. Ghost going to go outside. Can he hold it? Ghost does have a little bit fresher tires. Big move. Ghost is going to get the job done right in the final corner. Can Spec get it back? On the bumper. Ghost Viper's going to win. Spec's going to come in second place. GVG Jake coming very close third. Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen. What a battle up front. Sparky coming across in 4th place. Holy moly. What a race finish, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you start a series. Apex Badass coming across in 5th place. Wow, what a battle. Holy moly, I am sweating, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Vegas Paul coming across with a 6th place finish. Nice job by Paul. Great race. Nolander is going to be coming around with a 7th place finish here, having a strong race. What a battle up front, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. What a way to start off a season. Let's go. Whew, that's some racing. That is some racing. That's why we're here. That's why these guys get on track. That's why. Right there. What a battle. Oh, what a move by Ghost Viper on the outside. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. I am just in awe right now. Betcher coming across in P8. Congratulations to Betcher as well. Moving over, ATB is going to come across that line. P9, top 10 finish for his first race back in a while. Congratulations to ATB. Superman coming across, P10. He's hungrier than that. I know he's probably not going to be too satisfied with that result here tonight. That's just going to drive him to work harder. We got Heathen, P11. And Bandit has come across the line in P12 there. Congrats to the podium winners. Absolutely. What a race, ladies and gentlemen. Holy moly. Whew. Speechless is right. My poor landlord upstairs. I'm so sorry, Shelly. Oh my goodness. I was just screaming in my house here. That was exciting news. That was exciting stuff. And we got Heathen coming across in P11. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. That is all we can say is wow. Congratulations to Ghost Viper 26 on the round 1 victory, ladies and gentlemen. What a battle. What a race. What a finish. Absolutely incredible, fantastic stuff by these guys on track tonight. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Is all I can say. GG's, y'all. What a race. Congrats, podium finishers. Well done. Great race, y'all. Oh, I don't even know if you guys know the half of that one. Wow. You guys got to go watch the last 5 laps of that race. Every single one of you guys save your replays and go watch the last 5 laps of that race. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Wow. Great job by all our drivers today. Huge thank you to all the drivers that made it here today. Massive thank you to them for taking part and being a part of the series. And we'll see what next week has in store. Oh, that was crazy. We do have podium interviews, ladies and gentlemen, so just sit tight. We're going to flip over to... All right, ladies and gentlemen, so here it is. We are back. We've got our drivers up in the chat, and we're going to do, well, our favorite part of the end of every race. We're going to do some podium interviews. So we're going to start with our third place driver, GVG Jake, defending champion from season 1. He came in, he had a lot of talk early on this week, saying that these guys needed to step up their game if they wanted to take a championship from him. And I got to say, these guys showed some game here today. So great race by Jake, great battling by Jake. That battle between all three of you guys up front there for the last 5-6 laps of that race was just incredible. Congratulations. Talk to us about your race, Jake. Let us know how you're feeling. Is he in the chat?
No, I think he took off.
Did he? All right.
Yeah.
All right. So Jake probably had to run again, ladies and gentlemen. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning for Jake as he's racing out of the UK. So totally understand. And again, just huge congratulations to Jake. And I'm sure he'll have some graceful words for us in one of the next races if he makes it on the podium again. Stiff competition out there. Second place finisher RR Spec 1. Returning third place, defending third place here this season, looking for that championship. And he had a fantastic run here tonight. The strategy was really good. Just weren't quite able to hold Ghost Viper off there right at the end. Talk us through your race, Spec. Let us know how everything went for you.
Yeah, man, you guys got me?
Yes, we do.
Awesome. Yeah, man. Wow, what a race. I wasn't expecting that. After not being on sport, not practicing, and I literally can't. I had no idea how this race was going to turn out. I had a bunch of technical difficulties. I just swapped back to my old pedals I haven't used in like a couple months, and then if you rewatch the replay, it was the brake would flicker the whole time.
Oh no.
So yeah, I was stressing hardcore. So I knew Jake, I haven't raced with Ghost Viper in a while, but I knew Jake was going to be dangerous, but I had no idea those two were going to just reel me in like I was a fish on a hook, man. There was nothing I could do about it. I had it wide open, and they were just pulling on me the whole time. So that was hats off to Ghost Viper. Heck of a run, man. Way to take me on the outside. I thought for sure I might have another shot at you, but it didn't happen. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Fantastic. You have me sweating. You guys have me sweating. I'm not even driving. That was an incredible battle, for real. A great way. Really a great start to season 2 here, and a great way to finish round 1. Honestly, with just an absolute epic battle. You guys just come from season 1, 7 or 8 weeks later, coming into season 2, and just like you guys haven't even left the racetrack. So that was incredible stuff. Any shoutouts, Spec?
The whole team, you, the rest of the RR guys, yeah, just everybody in the series, and yeah. Until next time for me.
Until next time. All right. Well, congratulations. Great run. Great start to the season. And we'll see you next week at Spa.
All right. Thanks.
Cheers. And our podium finisher, our number 1 man on top tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Ghost Viper 26. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Ghost Viper Gaming in the series this season. And coming in and showing a little bit of prowess here very early on in the season. Congratulations, Ghost. Great drive. Great battling. Good strategy. And talk us through it, man. Let us know how you're feeling.
Thank you, man. I want to say, thanks for having me in the series, and I do appreciate you for hosting the race, and the DMJ type of deal, man. I just want to say simply thank you, man, to all the drivers on the track as well. The race part of things now, man, man, I was trying to be absolute focused, man. I had a little bit of a strategy, but I didn't know if it was going to work for sure. So I did know I needed a little bit more fuel for the end, because I knew I was going to push harder than what I can see. So, and that's pretty much what helped me at the end, man. Just putting a little bit more fuel, at least, just a little bit more, just to push.
And bold.
I didn't think it was going to work, but it did.
Bold move going into that final chicane to take the outside line on Spec 1 there. Did you know that you had about 2 lap fresher tires than he did?
I did not know about his strategy. No, I didn't know, his tire wear, his sit rep, his strategy, nothing like that. All I know was time was running out, and the battle between fighting Jade and fighting Spectre was intense, man. Like, jeez, bro. So, I mean, cheers to those boys as well, too, man, and everyone that participated, man. It was a tough battle, especially this track that I'm not really good on. So
Well, a very difficult track too. It's a medium to high speed track, and it's quite technical. So tough start to the season to have to come into Alsace Village and race hard like that. So congratulations, Ghost. Absolutely thrilled for you coming into the first race of the season here, your first representation here at DMJ, and just absolutely nailing it. Any other shoutouts besides what you already said at the beginning of the interview there?
yeah, man, I want to, thank all the boys that are on track, that actually took the time to participate because I know, real world does play a big role in all of our lives. So I do appreciate them for being on track and putting on a good challenge as well. And thank you for hosting and everybody that's watching, or whoever is watching this feed. And, just again, man, thank you all, man. Thank you.
Awesome. Great words by all our podium finishers there. But congratulations goes out to all the drivers on track. Lots of hours go in, lots of effort goes in, lots of practice goes in for these races. This group works together too. They don't practice alone. These guys practice together. They share strategy ideas with each other. They help each other on track, and that's why we see the great racing we do see here over here at DMJ, because it's more than just guys competing for a championship. It's a family. It's a community. It's a brotherhood. So just massive respect to all the drivers returning and new here this season. And boy, oh boy, what a bang start to the season. That's just a little taste of what to look forward to for the next 9 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely don't want to miss out. You guys can talk freely. You're good to go. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the broadcast tonight. Typically, I will run an open lobby for a couple hours after DMJ race, but I need to get over to ACC myself and practice for my multi-class race going on tomorrow. So we got a special guest broadcaster here tomorrow as well for that ACC multi-class race. So you guys definitely want to make sure that you tune into the page tomorrow to see that. And this is a presentation presented by DMJ Vroom, all its partners, LWR Design, D-Dot Racing, myself as broadcaster and host of the North American Division, sponsored by GT Omega Racing and Fanatec, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see on the screen there, we're going to cut back over to this screen right here. Now let's go to this one. This one's better. And just take some time to thank you guys. I'm going to catch up on some comments and some chats here too. You guys have been killing it on stream here tonight. We got Dennis Miller coming in with the double share and the like. Much love, Dennis. Much love. Again, ladies and gentlemen, another Facebook streamer. Great content creator, great sim racer. Check him over there on Facebook Gaming, Miller Time Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's catch up on some comments here. What do we got? We got amazing commentary as always. Great job to all the drivers. Much love, Paul. Appreciate you. GG's to everyone. I am going to say, Paul, I can't be a great commentator without great racers on the racetrack, so the credit goes to them just as much as it comes this way. Do appreciate you. GG's, y'all. What a race. Congrats, podium finishers. Well done. Great race, y'all. Absolutely. GG's by Joe. Just well, that end was just beautiful. Absolutely. Mega move by Ghost Viper. Absolutely. Spec, awesome race, mate. Was a really great start. Ghost, mega move, Yo GT, great commentating. Hey, much love, Miller Time. Appreciate that, my man. Always nailing the comms part. Much love, guys. Much love. We got Ghost Viper. Congrats, guy. Well done. Man, you guys are just cruising. I wish you had more content in GTS. I may have an opening, Miller Time, if you're interested. May have an opening. Hey, always appreciate it, man. That's what it's all about, man. We're all family. We're all one big giant family here. We got to help each other out. So I have no issue with that, my man. Content's fire, brother. You keep doing what you're doing. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, what a fantastic race. I mean, let's recap. Let's go over that. Usually I don't take this much time to recap at the end of a race, but this one had a lot going on. I got to change the race settings for the guys, just so they have race settings for next week. So just give me 1 second. As I'm going to do that for them, I totally forgot. So you guys get to hang out with while we do that. Alright, so we are at Spa next week. Round 2 will be at Spa. And I'm not sure, I don't think it's a rain race this season. I believe it was rain last season. I believe this season is just a regular race. We're just going to go verify right now. Alright, so the drivers also will have 24 hours from this point to file any incident reports. I don't believe that that's going to be the situation here. I didn't even remember seeing any incidents. Got to save the replay. All right, so we got all our information. So let's get these guys what they need now, and then we'll recap this race, ladies and gentlemen. It was a fantastic race. Right from the start finish line, these guys absolutely just showed how you do it properly on Gran Turismo Sport. We had 12 drivers bearing down on T1 from a false grid start, and not one driver made a mistake through that corner. Everybody got through clean. Everybody got through without incident, and it was race on from there. And I mean that's what we expect to see from experienced race car drivers, is exactly that. And I mean, we do have new faces in as well. We have some newer drivers as well, and the fact that all these guys, some very unfamiliar with each other, were able to get through T1 as clean as they did. Well, I mean, what else can you ask for? That is beautiful. Let us go to our schedule. Alright, so round 2 is at Spa, and it is actually a dry race, and these guys are actually required to run the hard tire on Spa. Alright, so there we go. Now the guys got their settings for practice for next week. Hey, GT45, I'm going to message you. I need info if you wouldn't mind chatting for a moment after you're done. Yeah, for sure, brother. For sure. Yes, thanks for the reminder, Joe. Huge shout out to Joe Mercier, administrator here at GT45 Gaming. He is my main man. If I am unable to access my page, he is the man of the hour, because he's the other guy who has access. Huge part of the huge part of GT45 Gaming here, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to give him a really big shout out. I'm super proud of him tonight. He was Bandit Zeke on track tonight. He was in his very first racing series competitively ever in sim racing, and he did a really great job. He should be very proud of himself. And more practice for next week, my man. We'll get you flying, brother. We're gonna get you flying. You look really good out there. So, all right. So race recap. Like I said, lap 1, T1. You know, you always expect to see carnage at T1 in any race. And I mean, Spa next week is going to be absolutely no exception. They got that massive hairpin coming into T1, and then you've got our Rouge and Radiant and the Camel Straight right after that. Very serious business when it comes to racing. That part of that racetrack is very dangerous if you get it wrong. So we'll see if these guys can handle it like they did in round 1 at Alsace Village. From there, the battling was clean. The passes were crisp. There was some good slipstreaming and bum drafting. Great racetrack awareness. We've seen a backmarker spin out in front of lead lap traffic and not re-enter the racetrack, and wait for those drivers to come by, and only re-entered when it was safe to do so. All these things are huge in league racing, ladies and gentlemen, and these guys just nailed it. 100% picture perfect. I could not ask for it to go any better than it did. As always, these drivers are just amazing. I have so much respect for our competitors here at GT45 and DMJ Vroom Room. These guys, the sky's the limit for these guys. These guys are just incredible race car drivers. They're incredible human beings. The support for the page, the community, the series is just phenomenal. Half the guys in the series right now on track said they would not come back for a GT Sports series for DMJ because of GT7. GT7 is having some issues right now, some glitches, some bugs that are making the lobbies very difficult to league race on. These guys came back to just show the love for the series and the page, and that's what it's all about. So huge respect to the drivers, man, and the competitors. Again, big shout out to LWR Designs, D-Dot Racing, partners with DMJ Vroom Room. Of course, massive shout out to DMJ Vroom Room. They're the provider of the esports leagues that come here. They have several over in the UK. If you're not familiar, www.dmjvroomroom.com, and everything you need to know is there. Massive shout out to the sponsors, GT Omega Racing and Fanatec as well, ladies and gentlemen. You definitely got to make sure those guys get their shout outs. You know, this is the real deal league racing here at DMJ, and it's growing quickly. There's lots of interest here in North America. We have another series we're going to be releasing very soon here on the GT45 Discord as well. So stay posted for that. Yeah, lots of love. We'll get all these links posted for you guys next week as well. The first week is always I'm always a little frazzled because general big drivers briefing before the series starts and all that stuff. So next week will be right picture perfect on time, and we'll be moving nice and smoothly. We'll have all your links for you guys to go check out. And yeah, 9:30 Eastern time next Tuesday, round 2 at Spa. Hopefully all 15 of our drivers are on track next week. Be fantastic to see it. And championship on, man. The race is on. I can guarantee you Jake is going to be working twice as hard this week now to get back on top of that podium. He is absolutely determined to repeat the championship this season. So it's going to make for great racing all season long. Even mid-race, we're still recapping the race and I'm getting sidetracked. Mid-race even, we saw lots of battles for 9th, 10th, 10th, 11th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 5th, 6th. We've seen battles for 4th and 3rd for a while, and then 4th, 5th, and 6th. But I mean, the big battle of the night was that final 10 minutes of the race when Spec 1, Ghost Viper, and Jake got really close together, and they just battled and battled and battled. Made moves, made mistakes, made more moves, great defending, and just a blazing, absolutely amazing move by Ghost Viper on the final chicane to take Spec 1 on the outside to take the race win at the start-finish line. I mean, wow. I mean, what do you say? What else can you say? The content speaks for itself. You cannot make that stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. Just incredible. Absolutely incredible. I am honored to be able to broadcast these races to you guys. It's always phenomenal. It's always a lot of fun. But we do need to shut the broadcast down tonight. And we'll be back tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, here at GT45 Gaming for our normal scheduled programming. Again, thank you so much for being here today. You guys came in drones, big numbers, lots of guys cheering on for different races here on the Facebook and YouTube channel. We love to see it. We really do love to see it. Let your friends know what's going on over here at DMJ and GT45 Gaming. If they're interested in watching races like this, man, get them in here. Get them to see what's going on. We got Eduardo coming in with the thumbs up. Dennis Miller coming in with the follow as well. Kilt Racer coming in with the big thumbs up. I forgot I don't have my air horn. Appreciate you, Mr. Miller. Miller Time Gaming coming in with the big fan follow as well here. All right, so same time next week, same place, same guys. Are they going to take the same cars? Are they going to change cars for Spa? It's hard to say. We know that Porsche is really good at Spa. So are we going to see some of the guys who are in the RCZs and the Alfa Romeos make that switch? The drivers are only allowed to make 3 car switches this season. And once they've made that final car switch, that is the car they're forced to drive for the remainder of the season. So a little bit of extra strategy play in behind the scenes here at DMJ as well. 2 times throughout the season, we do a sportsmanship vote as well. That is voted on by the drivers. And they vote for a driver to collect a bonus 5 points. That happens twice in the season. It'll happen in round 5 and it'll happen in round 9. Also, if all the drivers use all 3 of the cars in the series, they will receive an additional bonus 5 championship points. Fastest lap also gets bonus points, and pole position gets bonus points. So, stay tuned to the page of socials for that. We'll post the standings as soon as they're done. Thank you for tuning in. Much love from GT45 Gaming, DMJ, Vroom, and all the DMJ drivers. We love you. We thank you so much for your support. And on behalf of the sponsors, GT Omega, Fanatec, and the partners, LWR Design and D.90, this has been another amazing race provided by DMJ, Vroom, and all its esports organizations and partners. And we hope to see you next week. Much love. Stay winning. And we'll see you soon.